Call 1-888-FARMERS to switch, and you could save an average of $470 on your auto insurance. That's a lot of money in just a few minutes. With savings like that, you could be lounging on an impractical amount of ornate and overpriced throw pillows you bought for your couch. But you won't, because you're better with money than that. That's why you're calling us in the first place. Call 1-888-FARMERS to get a quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Based on average nationwide annual savings survey data July to December 2020. Underwritten by Farmers Trucker Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Here is your NBA sports betting podcast for Friday, February the 19th, 2016. The official sports betting podcast brought to you by OffshoreInsiders.com, www.offshoreinsiders.com. We get to a free pick from Stevie Vincent as well as some jaw-dropping NBA angles. Do want to tell you about a historic dossier, 5 perfect plays among 7 winners from Stevie Vincent for Friday. Perfect play, if you're not familiar with it yet, it is an angle that is 100% with at least 12 games involved. 113-3. TGO kids you not. The top angle from each of his winning selections tonight, a combined 113-3 in your favor. Get these angles unlocked inside the play. Stevie Vincent, his plays officially are at offshoreinsiders.com. Now here's some spread betting trends. All records are against the spread. The Raptors against the Chicago Bulls. Raptors are 16-2 on the road in a game in which they had at least 5 turnovers less than their season-to-date average. Meanwhile, the Bulls are 14-44 with less than 2 days rest off of a road game. However, they're 11-0 as an underdog after they had 3 or fewer double-digit scores. 23-52 overall run. Now the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies. Minnesota 6-33 after a win, scoring 15 more points than Vegas did project would be their point total in that game. 23-51 off the home game in which they had at least twice as many assists as turnovers. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies 0-12 when they are rested off of a win as a road favorite in which they scored fewer than 10 fast break points. 2-14 as a home favorite with rest after a game as a road favorite with 8 or more lead changes. Again, all these records are against the spread. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets and the Kings. Sacramento 8-33 at home in which they trailed after the third quarter. 3-21 as a home favorite when facing an opponent with less than 6 refereed turnovers per game, or less than 6 refereed turnovers or last game, that is. Denver 22-2 as a dog off with rest off of a 10-plus point win facing an opponent getting less than 25% of their rebounds on the offensive end. The Nuggets are also 12-1 as a road underdog after a game that was tied 5 or more times. Now, Dallas and Orlando, the Magic are 0-13 if the game is within 3 points of a pick'em with more than 1 day's rest off of a home game. They're 1-12 at home with rest off of a loss as an underdog facing an opponent averaging less than 10 offensive rebounds. Dallas 21-2 when the game is a virtual pick'em within 3 points of 0 when they're off of 2 games in which they allowed 100 or more points. Mavericks are 19-5 on the road in these virtual pick'em games off of a loss in which they're facing an opponent averaging less than 20 fouls against per contest. The Knicks and the Nets. The Knicks are 0-11 off of a loss in a home game facing an opponent averaging less than 6 refereed turnovers per game. The Knicks are also 20-46 off of a loss in which their opponent shot 50% or better from three-point range with at least 10 attempts. The Nets are 12-0 with more than 1 day of rest as an underdog when they're off of 2 games in which their opponent had double-digit steals, but they're 0-11 as a home dog off of a game as an underdog in which they shot 50% or better from three-point range. And again, that is a minimum of 10 attempts. Now the Rockets against the Suns. Houston 31-9 on the road off of a loss in which they had more than 20 turnovers. But Houston is 0-11 as a favorite with rest, facing an opponent averaging more than 15 turnovers per game. Meanwhile, the Phoenix Suns, 1-13 as an underdog with more than 2 days of rest, facing an opponent averaging more than 5 blocks per game. But 12-1 as a home dog off of a loss when they're facing an opponent averaging less than 58 points per game from 2-point range. All right, folks, the free winner for tonight, it is from Stevie Vincent. He's going to go with the Miami Heat over Atlanta. Atlanta's 1-15 as a favorite with 2 or more days rest off of the win, which was tied 5 or more times. But Miami is 15-3 on the road off of the loss as a home underdog. Again, Stevie Vincent with a free premium play winner, and that is to go with Miami. Now, I'm Joe Duffy, America's only Grandmaster Sports Handicapper. I'm 12-3 with all sides. I've got 2 NBA Wise Guy plays among 3 NBA winning picks. We have 2 college basketball winners led by a Wise Guy. That is 5 winners in all, led by 3 Wise Guy plays. Wise Guy plays from Joe Duffy's picks. Simply put, bar none, the single strongest play in the handicapping industry, and that is disputed by no gambler, no odds maker, no bookmaker, no runner, nobody in the know will dispute that the Wise Guy plays from Joe Duffy's picks, the single strongest play in the industry, and they're right now at offshoreinsiders.com, www.offshoreinsiders.com.
The new year comes with new ways for pros to save at Lowe's. Like when you're ready to tackle your taxes, we'll help you save up to $100 off federal tax preparation when you file through TurboTax. All you have to do is sign up to become a Lowe's Pro Loyalty member by January 25th, and the savings is yours. This exclusive offer is for new Lowe's Pro Loyalty members only, so sign up at lowesforpros.com/proloyalty. Lowe's, the new home for pros. Discount valid on select TurboTax services through October 15th. More terms apply. U.S. only.